don't really study drops. I study credit profiles and I study how to help people get access to capital quicker as possible. No matter how much capital you guys have to start, it's better to just start now and then you'll learn how to grow in the future. When I was waking up each and every day, looking at different drops, what shoes are coming out this week, what shoes are coming out next week. With credit, you have to study the market, but you also have to study what makes and breaks a credit card. My parents used to get mad. Like, when they would buy me stuff for Christmas, I would keep it for like a month, and then I would just sell it.
Keontae, you got the keys, yo.
Who am I here with today?
Again, say your name.
Keontae Whitlow. What if I told you I could get you 100K? Ain't gotta say a song, gotta sell no yay. Ain't gotta flip no peas, ain't gotta hit the road.
This is an example of no excuses.
Whatever you want, you could truly have.
There's no excuse. Anyone can get access to credit. What's going on, y'all? What's the word? What's the vibe, man? It's your boy Key, aka Moneybag Key, aka Mr. No Excuses. And we're back with another episode of the No Excuses podcast. Just wanted to jump on here and chop it up with you guys. Some different things that I went through, some different things that helped me with business, that helped me grow faster with scaling my companies, because people don't know that everything that you actually go through will actually help you in the future. Every experience that you have is helping you create better opportunities in the future. So today I want to just talk about how I used to flip shoes, but now I teach people how to flip credit, and I flip credit myself. It's all the same thing, but it's on a bigger scale. So basically, if you guys are interested in hearing about these different topics, then definitely drop a like on this video and drop a comment if you guys have any suggestions or anything like that. But basically, like I said, I want to come on here and just start giving different game for you guys. And also check out my other channel in the description below as well if you guys are looking forward to seeing more from me, more different blogs and with the team and stuff like that. But basically, just to jump straight into it, so I started flipping shoes when I was in high school. It was a thing to do, but I was kind of like one of the youngest people in my school doing it. I didn't see too many people flipping shoes that was my age, especially not at the level I was doing it. So like, when it comes to business, the reason why I'm so passionate about business is because I've been doing it for so long. It's not just because I'm trying to find a hustle that I can actually exploit from different people because I am disabled and I can't really work a regular job. That's not the case. Business has always been in my true nature. Even before flipping shoes, I was actually flipping things in grade school, flipping things, Pokemon cards, whatever I could really get my hands on. And of course, later on, I chose the wrong path and I started doing illegal stuff. But mainly, what I learned from flipping shoes was like supply and demand, and just making sure that you are able to turn a profit. Basically, I learned how to invest in a product, sell it for more money, and then calculate my profit, and then learn how to reinvest and start scaling and growing the business. When I was waking up each and every day, looking at different drops, what shoes are coming out this week, what shoes are coming out next week, looking at the calendar for each and every month, I was kind of planning my revenue based on how many shoes I think I was going to be able to get and how much I was allowed to purchase with my credit cards. I told you guys previously, when I first started getting access to credit, I started with a $500 credit card, and now turned that into over $400,000 worth of credit just in my personal and business name. But it didn't start like that. I started with $500, which means I could only start by purchasing one or two pairs of shoes. And then I would sell those shoes. Let's say I I purchased a pair of shoes for $250 or $200, however much they were at the time, because Jordan keeps raising up their prices each and every year. So I purchased the shoes for $200, then sold them either on eBay, StockX, or Go, wherever they had the shoes going for more money at the time. Sold them, might have made like $125 or something like that, and then like no more than like $125, unless there was like a collaboration with Jordan Brand, Offset, or Travis Scott or something like that. Everything, all the other flips were pretty small profit margins, but when you start buying multiple pairs of shoes, you gotta kind of like start where you can, and you can't be too greedy. You can't be impatient. You gotta start where you are. Like some people who is watching this video might not be where I am, and they might not have access to the amount of funds that I have access to. So them making $200 on a quick flip is actually good. But now, if you guys grow and learn what I learned now, like really, like $200, like I said, it's good money. But you should be planning to make $1,000 a day or $500 a day off of every investment that you actually get into, especially if you have access to credit, because now you're able to take that money and invest in the different things way quicker. So basically, no matter how much capital you guys have to start, it's better to just start now, and then you'll learn how to grow in the future. So basically, like, let's say you start making $400 every flip. But if you learn how to multiply that and learn how to invest more and more, you'll eventually start making $1,000 each and every flip. Then you'll be able to turn it into more of like not just a side hustle, but now you're able to turn it into a actual business. So now just kind of jumping into how I took those traits and turned it into making larger investments, shifting my mindset just from not only flipping shoes or making little quick investments, but now I actually took my credit and learned how to start, scale, and grow an actual company. Now I actually have staff members who work and rely on me. I actually having LLCs and teaching people how to create their own business, how to structure their own business, how to actually start and scale and grow a funding company. Because once you got access to the capital, now you can really invest in whatever it is that you want to invest in, whether it's marketing, whether it's digital products, whether that's investing into yourself, learning how to do different things. So basically, once you guys have access to capital, the investments are like at your own pace. If you have access to $100,000 in credit, now it's not about where am I gonna get my next meal from. It's more about what can I put my money into that would turn me a quick profit, but not only a quick profit. You want something that's gonna be stable. You don't want nothing like I was doing in the past. You don't want those quick wins that come and go. You want stuff that you can actually rely on and that's going to be stable. Because even shoes, when I was into shoes, it wasn't stable. I was relying on different sneaker drops. But let's say a shoe came out and the price was going for a high price before they released. But then once everybody got their shoes in their hand and started selling it, now all the prices are going down. Now everyone is trying to be the first person to sales, and they're all undercutting all the prices. So the moral of the story is, with shoes, it's the same exact thing, but now I don't really study drops. I study credit profiles, and I study how to help people get access to the capital the quickest way possible. Let's say a person comes to me, they tell me that what their goal is in mind. They tell me that they want to get access to 250K, but I would assess their credit profile and I would check and see do they meet the requirements to send them to my underwriters. If they do, then we would go ahead and press go. In the past, I would have to look up the drop that are releasing. We would have to wait until the drops release and try to get as many pairs as possible. Let's say so before I used to use bots to purchase shoes. So instead of me waiting in line, I use bots to wait in line for me. But let's say the bot kind of crashed or I didn't get any pairs or I spent like $200 or $300 investing in my setup for this release. But then I didn't get any pairs on that release. Now I just wasted $300. Well, now I started with credit. I invested off of credit. Now I lost actual cash because now I had to pay that bill and I didn't get any shoes to actually use and try to make a profit. But when you are investing in yourself, you're investing in your own company. Yes, it's going to be risky, but now you kind of control more. Everything is a risk, but now you have more control over your situation. You're not waiting for Nike to release shoes you bought that could be finicky and crash. You're not relying on different IP addresses so that Nike does not flag you from getting pairs off the computer or there's like with shoes, there's a lot of different things that you have to rely on. When you gotta start to scale and grow your own company and get access to capital and do what you want to do, quit your job, quit your own job, and better yourself, things become a lot easier. Well, I wouldn't say easier, but things become a lot more on you. If you have a personality where you can know that you're gonna figure it out and you trust yourself, then you will bet on yourself. So when I was flipping shoes, I was actually taught how to manage my money because you have cash coming in your account at a set time. It's not really like all the time, but you're also earning cash back. So this is like one of the best things that I was taught about credit because now even if I send a quick invoice to someone or if I pay a quick invoice, let's say I have a marketing expense and I pay it with a credit card. If I pay $1,000, I get 3% or 4% cash back. That stuff starts to add up. So now when you guys see me out looking fly, I have different designer gear on, it's because I spend my cash back that I earned off of my credit card on the things that I like. I don't go out and just spend my actual cash or my actual credit on those things. I use my cash back. So that's one of the most important things that flipping shoes did kind of teach me, and also getting credit card bonuses. Because when you start spending a lot of money on the credit cards by buying shoes with your credit card, you're gonna earn a lot of cash back. But if you also get a new credit card, you're gonna be able to hit that bonus really quickly. Let's say Amex has a bonus if you get the business platinum card. After you spend $20,000 in the first 3 months, they give you like $1,500. If you are already going to spend that amount anyways, why would you not want a free extra $1,500? When I first kind of knew that I had a natural eye for profit, I probably was like 6 years old because y'all can even ask my parents. Like my parents used to get mad. Like when they would buy me stuff for Christmas, I would keep it for like a month and then I would just sell it. And then they'd be coming home like, "Where's your such and such?" And I would kind of try to make up a lie, and then they started to get hip. It's because I sold it. I would sell things pretty quickly, but I liked the cash, so eventually they just started giving me cash. But The more I got older, the more I started to learn how to sell different things, and I realized I feel like it was kind of like a curse because I kind of fell in love with the rush, to be honest, at like a really young age. I got kicked out of third grade because I was teaching people how to shoot dice, and I was actually teaching them the wrong way, and then I was cashing in the profits. So, so like I really learned that stuff at a young age, but it's because of the outside sources I had around, like cousins and stuff, who I was seeing, and I kind of wanted the cash that they had. So to really wrap up this one, I do want you guys to know that whatever industry you're in, you have to know when is the jig is up. I wouldn't say jig, but when the market is not really there's no there's not really a good demand for whatever you're servicing, whatever products that you're selling. You have to know when to get out, and no matter what tries to like draw you back in, you still have to know if you do get back in, you have to know the risk as well. Because when I was in the shoes, of course, the profits were good, but then once we started like running bots really heavily, and then Nike and Adidas and Foot Locker started making it really hard to use bots, it was kind of like not profitable anymore because you had to spend so much money on your setup. So that's kind of why I got out of it. And then now, look, I'm glad because shoes are not even doing nearly as good as it was back in 2021 or 2022. So now I'm glad I kind of like quit like cold turkey. I didn't really lose money. I lost profit, but I had to just quit because I was running bots and it was like a cat and mouse. The bots would fix the patches, then Nike would fix the patches, and then it was just like going back and forth. So I had to just get out a few years ago, and it's one of the best things I could have ever done because now I'm much further in my sales than I was before. So whenever you're into certain industries, if you start learning it enough and you really fall in love with it and are passionate about something, you need to master it. You want to master it. So I I was learning credit for myself because it's something I'm passionate. I'm passionate about money. So by nature, with me figuring out what I can actually do with credit, of course I'm gonna fall in love with it, and I figure out how to master it. Anything that I get into, I'm going to take out the time and try to master it to my best ability. If I later find out that it's something that's not really for me and I really can't get into it, like when I kind of tried to get into software development, but you have to know yourself. You have to don't just try to force yourself to get into something. If it's something that you truly don't like, hire someone to do it for you and learn when to get into stuff and learn when not to. So one big difference is between shoes and credit is because with shoes you only have to study the market, but with credit you have to study the market, but you also have to study what makes and breaks a credit score. So with me, since I now have a 800 credit score, I truly know what all entails, and it takes time. You have to learn payment history. You have to learn credit utilization. You have to learn what cards to get to fully structure your profile, how to get big limits, how to stay under a certain threshold when it comes to inquiries. So since I teach this and since I've been doing it so long, it comes natural to me. But for some people, they might think it's hard. But honestly, learning how to structure your profile and at least structuring it where you understand it for yourself, it's not hard to get an 800 credit score. All you gotta really do is make sure you pay your bills on time and don't max out your cards. And don't be scared to get more than one credit card or car loan because the more you have, the better chance you have of building a strong profile. I see so many people, but they're like, I got an 800 credit score, but you don't got anything. So if you go to a bank and try to get approved, they're still gonna deny you because all you have is a one credit card. You don't look trustworthy enough. So I teach all my clients, money is not the real skill. Your mindset is. Basically, if you go into anything to do with money, you get access to a bag and your mindset is not like structured right, then you're gonna blow that money and you're gonna be back broke like immediately. But if your mindset is shifted, your mindset is upgraded, you understand the importance of what you're doing here, you understand the importance of keeping the money, not just getting the bag, but learning how to actually keep the bag. Then you're gonna be able to scale and grow way further in life. And it's not all about money either. When it comes to your mindset, it's about the people who you're around. It's about the positivity. Are you a naturally positive person, or are you a negative person? It's all about what are you studying? What are you doing in your free time? Are you learning? Are you listening to people talk about gossip and rah-rah all day? Like I said, if you learn how to shift your mindset, get around the right people, learn the right things, and study the right things, listen to the right types of music that will actually motivate you and not have you depressed or doing different things that might cause you or your family members harm, then you will be able to scale and go way further in life. That's one thing I had to learn the hard way, but it was definitely something that was beneficial. Probably one of the best things that I could ever learn. But of course, it came with time, it came with prayer, and it came with like patience. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode of the No Excuses podcast. Drop a like, drop a comment if you guys like me coming on here, just talking to y'all, just trying to keeping it transparent. I don't want to always be like I'm just like showboating, never just showboating. I really want to help you guys unlock your mind. It's not all about just me like flexing. It's about showing you guys this stuff so that you can believe that it is possible, even in my situation. And if I can do it, y'all can do it. Drop a like, drop a comment. I will start going live as well if you guys are interested in that. And to the next episode. Let's get it.
Credit clean, bankroll steady, we up. No excuses, we don't talk, we just do. Whole squad eating good, yeah, the play full too.